Hello guys, welcome to my channel and also welcome to the third part of the series of basic Lightning Web Component. So in the last part we see that what are the tools to develop a Lightning component, and we also set up in our org. So today we're gonna create our first Lightning Web component. It's a small Lightning Web component, and we'll see how we can deploy that in our Salesforce org and also how we interact with that. So let's get started. So first we have to open our Visual Studio Code. So you can see I have already opened my Visual Studio Code. So in that you just have to authorize your developer org which you created in our last video. So I'm going to authorize my developer org by clicking a Control Shift P. You can see the option will come up, a create a project will manifest. You can go there. Okay, so it will ask a option for a standard, empty or analytics. So I'm going to use a standard one. It will ask for the your org name. So currently I will give it a basic LWC as the org name. So it will also ask for the where you want to save your files locally. So I will go to my desktop and will save in there. Okay, so it will create a new file for me. You can see we have the configuration for all the things, a manifest file to get all the data from a Salesforce, and vforce.com in that all the options for that. So now we are going to authorize our org. So for that we just have to click Control Shift P and search for that authorize. So we can click on the authorize. As it is our developer org, so we are go to the default one, login.salesforce.com, and we will give our alias to our org name. So I give as a basic LWC, and it will open a Chrome, and you just have to sign up with your org detail which you have created in the last video. Here you can see it's open our login.salesforce.com. You just have to provide detail of the last one. So here you can see it's open, and to log in your org, so you just have to log in with your org. So let me go and see my username and password. So I'm logged in. So you have to give access to that by clicking a allow to the CLI, and now it's configured to your Salesforce org. So if you go there, you can see that it's successfully set up and as a default org also. So it's your alias name is basic LWC. So let's start and get our first Lightning Web component. So for that we just have to again click Control Shift P and click for create Lightning Web component. Control Shift P, create Lightning Web component. I'm going to give the name as first web component, and I will choose a default directory, force app main default LWC, and it will create one. You can see in the LWC folder it create a first web component folder. In that we have a three file. One is a HTML file, next one is a component.js file where we write our business logic, and last one is a metadata file. In that file you can choose the option and to where it going to show. So let's just start our component. This is a very basic component, so I'm going to use a simple code for that. I will print p as a hello, comma, greeting. Now you can see this greeting is I enclosed in a curly braces because I'm going to pass this value in our JS. So in the JS you just have to come there and you have to just pass the values. So there is a variable named greeting. I will pass this value to code itronics. So you can see I just passed the value to greeting. Let's see the output of that. To see the output of that, we first have to deploy that. So I go there and there is an option for retrieve and deploy. So I'm going to deploy that to in my org. So or you can choose you can go to the Lightning Web component and just click there to deploy to the Salesforce org. Okay, so you can see it's successfully deployed in the Salesforce org. So I will open my org and click on that edit page. Okay, so you can see currently I can't see my component there. So I think there is something we missed in the metadata file. So we are going to our metadata file and fix that. So let's open our metadata file. In that we see that API version 51.0, but it is expose is false. We have to make that true, is expose equal to true, and also we have to pass targets that where we want to show that. So in that the first target is I want to show that in the Lightning app page, and it should be a double underscore. So next target is a Lightning record page, and the next one is Lightning home page, and we save it and we are going to use to deploy that to our Salesforce org by clicking a right. Okay, so you can see there is one problem on that. Okay, I think the Lightning word should be in a small letter. So I'm also saying that you can see the errors and look into that. So let's deploy. We can see it's successfully deployed. So let's go to our org and now you can see our first web component is there. Let's drag that component before the assistant and let's save it and activate it. Yes, assign to our default and save. Let's go back to our page. And we can see there is a hello code itronics which I passed at a greeting. If you go to the code you can see that in that HTML file I write a hello and after that a greeting, and this is what is coming from a JS file, our JS file. So let's change something and we just want a dynamic one. So I just go there and pass one lightning input for that. Let's say lightning input. Okay, and pass the label as equal to name, and value should be greeting, and also pass on change equal to change handler, change handler, and let's close that lightning input. Okay, let's save it and let's go to the component.js. In that, we'll create a one method named as change handler, and we'll pass event on that, and in that this dot greeting, so greeting equal to whatever user enter on event dot target dot value. So let's deploy this by clicking a right and by choosing a deploy this to source on. You can see our component is deployed successfully. Let's go and refresh the page. Okay, so you can see there is a one label is there. If I choose write there a world, so you can see the above is changed with the world. If I write another world, you can see it is changing as usually. So this is our first application, and in the next topic we will talk about a data binding with the JS and the HTML file. So in the next one we talk about the data binding with the Lightning component, and we also show us one or two example on that, so that you can know how we can interact with the JS and HTML files. Thanks for watching this, and like and subscribe for more. Thanks.